Set, go.
Jimmy Sullivan burst on the scene in a big way last year, earning first-team All-SAC honors as a sophomore. This past Friday, the quarterback took his game to a new level as Carroll shot out the gate fast, going up 17-0 in the first quarter in the 41-20 win over rival Homestead, earning Sullivan Summit City Sports Player of the Week.
Obviously getting up early, we've struggled in the early games, and then we've tried to come back in the fourth quarter, and that's something we can't do. So just getting off to that hot start, something that we need to continue to do, and especially coming into the playoffs, we need to work on that.
Yeah, I think we did a great job preparing in practice and just knowing that that's a big rival game, and I think we did a really good job coming together as a team and just knowing that we have to all play for each other, and I think we did that on Friday night.
It's a great win against rival, against Homestead. Anytime that we can be successful, week 7. I mean, we're happy with that. And you're exactly right. Offensively, we took the ball and we got up early, and did what we had to do to win.
Doing what they needed to do was planned and resulted in Sullivan rushing for a career-high 200 yards on just 21 carries with a touchdown.
Well, in our planning in the previous week, the previous weekend, one of our plans was to be in an empty set. That could involve the quarterback running the ball, or could involve, guys like Nate Starks and Braden Steely, running the ball. Unfortunately, both of them got hurt, and so that narrowed it down to only Jimmy running it. But that was planned. That was in the design, from the beginning. We like to play an empty. We like to throw an empty, and consequently we have to be able to run the ball on empty as well.
I'm confident running the ball. I like to take some hits. So yeah, those aren't checked or anything. Those are called from Coach Poppy.
With starting running back Nate Starks out of the game, the Chargers looked to junior DeJon Green, who answered the call, rushing for 82 yards on 13 carries with 3 touchdowns.
It was real exciting because I wasn't really expecting to come into the game, honestly, especially knowing I have 2 people ahead of me. They're really good, very great players. I wasn't expecting them both to go down. And we also had Justin Anderson. I hope they all get healthy really fast and very soon. I just had to do business. I just had to go out there and just show out. I had to step up, like Dinah said. There's always the next man up. Like my mom always tells me, like, when you step on that field, do what you can do the best that you could do. It's always been that. I've always had that same mentality. When I step on that field, I'm going to do my best.
DeJon is a great kid, hardworking kid, but it's the next man up mentality. I mean, you've got to be prepared to play. Nate going down, Braden going down. I mean, he's the next tailback, and he performed, and he played extremely well. If you can run the ball, in a one-back set, then it opens up passing lanes at the same time.
And we know Carroll can pass. Sullivan threw for 235 yards, completing 22 of 31 passes with a touchdown. Hanson Hafner was the lone returning receiver from a year ago, but guys like tight end Brady Rode, Mason Boffman, and Jaden Van Pelt have been Jimmy's go-to guys.
Yeah, I think the growth we've had is very impressive. I think that's a big tribute to coming out here every day and just Coach Poppy being on us. We run 2 routes on air periods, really trying to get our timing down. And, I think that's also something that we can point to Hanson and what he's done, leading those younger guys and showing them how the receiver room has worked. And so, all around, I think we've all done a good job of helping them, step up.
They play at a high level. They play fast. They understand schemes. They understand their blocking concepts as much as anything on the outside to be able to run the ball. And they're a very tight-knit group, and they take care of each other and play well together.
Defensively, Carroll graduated a lot, but the squad continues to look strong, led by senior defensive end Ashton Pasetsky, who leads the team with 68 tackles.
A big thing in my game is I always think that just hustle is the most important thing, and I think that's something I bring every single week. Is I'll always run across the field to get a tackle, or I'll sprint as hard as I can just to go and be in a group tackle, because that's the kind of second effort that we need to make big plays. And honestly, I don't kind of think of it as anything special. I just go out there and do what I need to do for the team. Even though we did lose some seniors, I think these younger guys have done a phenomenal job stepping up and kind of filling in that spot that the seniors had last year.
Our kids have done a tremendous job. They play fast, they play physical, they play together, they understand the scheme, they play within the scheme, and that's what we ask. You know, there's been times where we've had missed opportunities, missed assignments, you know, but they overcome and they battle back, and you know, fortunately we've come out on the right side more than not.
Carroll finishes off the regular season with Northrop and Northside. And while some question the Chargers after Week 1's 28-14 loss at Hamilton Southeastern, this is a team that played for a state championship a year ago. Carroll is gaining confidence and depth as the Chargers continue to deal with adversity.
Going into this week, you know, we want to keep rolling the snowball and piling up going into the playoffs. And once playoffs comes, you know, you got to take every team seriously, and you know, it's win or go home. So the confidence level is at an all-time high right now, especially coming off that win. And you know, I think we're going to try to look and build off that this week.
I believe this is a team that can go all the way back to state. I mean, I have full confidence in all my teammates and my guys, and they're all my friends and brothers at the same time too. And we're along for this ride together, and I think we have all the confidence in the world that we can go right back to where we were last season.
Let's go, O Strong 3, 1, 2, 3, O Strong!
For Summit City Sports, I'm Jeff Mahoney. Masters Heating and Cooling presents today's Football Player of the Week. Make Masters your only call for all your heating and cooling needs, because Masters gets there faster. Call 866-824-HEAT or log on to mastersheatcool.com when you need them.